In this video, we're going to focus on strengthening. Now, we're assuming that Cindy is feeling a little bit better because she's been resting and she's been stretching a little bit more. But now when she does some strengthening, we have to think of moving against gravity. So we're going to get her to bring both knees up. And if that is okay, she doesn't have to put any more supports under her. But she may find that she wants to start with still her legs resting on pillows. So remember, Cindy has a left shoulder that's a little bit more sore. So I would always start with the right side and say, Cindy, I want you to just move your arm up the right side to the point where you feel you can hold it for 6 seconds. This is not a real problem, so she's just going to hold it for 6 seconds and then slowly down. So holding it for a certain number of seconds is important to try and get rid of the ouch, because if you can't hold it for that long, you can't really progress your exercises. So that at the beginning it may seem a little bit slow. As she's lifting up and holding for 6 seconds, she's going to give herself a few seconds to let go in between each exercise. She's going to pay attention to what's going on in the rest of her body, making sure she doesn't hold her breath or tighten up anywhere. When she gets to her left side, which doesn't want to go quite as high, she's not going to worry about feeling the same as the right side, but she's going to get to the point where she can hold it for 6 seconds and slowly down. And if Cindy felt that that was a little bit too high, meaning after 4 or 5 seconds I got a little bit of an ouch, then the next repetition, still want her to move, but she's not going to go as high. She's just going to hold it there because she wants to hold it for 6 seconds. And over time, you would progress the number of repetitions you would do. Don't worry if you do different numbers of repetitions one side or the other. And of course, there's many different types of weights that you can use when you start to be able to add more weight against gravity. So the arm is initially a weight, but then you can go with just a little, tin of peas and carrots or anything else. The important thing is the grip and slowly down. You don't need fancy weights to start with, although weights are nice, but it really depends how your arms will hold them. Not everybody is going to hold the same way. Some people will be able to hold a weight like this, whereas others will need a weight where they can spread their fingers a little bit more. The important thing is, as you're feeling more in control of things, you now start to move the muscles a little bit more against gravity. So when we get to the legs, we're always going to do one leg at a time, and the first exercise would be just trying to bring your knee to 90 degrees and hold it, and just to pay attention to what else is going on in the rest of your body. You're breathing normally, you're not clenching your teeth. The effort is strictly in the legs. And so we would do a few repetitions. One side, remember a minimum of 6-second hold. As it gets easier, you can hold the exercise a little bit longer. But always, it's effort that stops you. I'm getting tired, not that I'm ouchy. So now Cindy has her legs straight, and she's going to lift just 4 to 6 inches off the floor because she wants to work on this big walking muscle, which is called the quadriceps. You hold it for a few seconds and slowly down. Always the same principles. I'm just isolating the movement in one part of my body. Nothing else is tightening up. I'm just feeling effort, nothing that's an ouch, and slowly down. So in that short position, I'm going to bend your knee up. I'm using just my walking muscles, the quadriceps muscle. And this time with your foot up, just to get the idea of lifting your leg up as high as your back is telling you to lift, but remember, you need to hold. You hold and slowly down. So now you're using your leg as a weight. And the higher you go, the heavier your leg is. So it's a good idea to really think about the leg as a very heavy weight to lift, and you can hold it longer, do as many repetitions as you feel comfortable, and don't get too concerned about whether I have to start using ankle weights, because you already have 20% of your body weight in each leg. Although eventually you may find that you want to work a little bit harder. Now, Cindy is lying on her side, and again, if this is a comfortable position for her leg, because she's feeling a little bit less ouchy now, that's fine, but she still may find that she needs to be up on some type of support or pillow. Now I want you to lift your leg up, Cindy. So again, it's heavy weight, you're lifting against gravity, and slowly down. So now we're starting to work some hip muscles here. So an easy position to do hip exercises. You want to get to the point over time, not right away, but over time you want to think about how high do I want to lift my leg, and a lot of that depends on how old you are and what kind of shape you're in, etc., whether you've had a hip replacement or not. But the same principles. I'm lifting, I'm holding for a minimum of 6 seconds, and I relax. Another position to work on strengthening is just in a sitting position. And the important thing, of course, is to be in a chair where you feel that your feet are touching the ground. If the chair is too high, you may find that you need to put a little shelf or a box under your feet. The important thing is that your knees are at the same level as your hips, or even a slightly higher. But Cindy's in a pretty good position for the chair. So as soon as she's sitting up, she's already moving against gravity. So when she brings her arm by your side, we're just going to lift out to the side. She's already lifting against gravity. And you want to go no higher than 90 degrees and slowly down. Always the same principles. Can I hold it for 6 seconds? Mini rest in between. Work up the number of repetitions. Eventually work up the length of hold. And then as it gets easier, Cindy may find that she can do the exercise with a little bit of a weight, as long as the weight doesn't diminish the range that she has.